Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special edition of the Cash Flow Kings live channel. We got the two most hated men in the finance community right now. We
Yep.
got the tank top wearer, the Oatly hater, and we got Joseph Carlson's worst enemy. We're a bunch of divas now. We've took the diva turn, everybody. Before we get into that, Fiscal, where can the people find you that are watching back?
Well, if I don't delete my channel like Meet Kevin, you can find me at the link in the description. By the way, this is actually the first time that we've gone on this channel where it wasn't live. This is
I
actually
know.
pre-recorded, and we're going to be reacting to it tomorrow, hopefully, while you're on the beach sipping Mai Tais.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'll be in the beach or, in the casino making some Joseph Carlson trades or some Kathy Wood trades. But, the only reason I have money for that is because of the Due Dividend Stocks Not Drugs merch and the 20 cents that I've been making off some of these sales. So you guys already know where to go find that. The link's in the description.
Yeah.
If you
Hey,
find me looking a little cute during the stream, do it. And Fiscal
everybody,
also, he's got a
yeah,
tank top now.
everybody in the Discord saw me curling in the gym while wearing the tank top. I got to say, I think it really accentuated my biceps.
That's what I've been hearing rumors of that too, that it makes you look a little better than you actually are. It's
Dude,
the ultimate pump cover.
I've heard that if you buy Due Dividend Stock Not Drugs shirts, that it's basically as good on your physique as like 100 milligrams of Tren.
Yeah, like it's an addition. If that and good lighting, that's an extra 10 pounds of muscle for the camera easily.
Right, easy. And also like minus 5% body fat.
Yeah, of course. Even when you're bulking.
Yeah, even when you're bulking.
We had an eventful week, Fiscal. We had an eventful week, whether it be for a multitude of reasons, investing or not related.
Right.
Is there any specific topic you want to get into first?
I mean, it could either be what happened with JC, or yeah, and I don't mean Jesus Christ, or it could be what happened with DD.
Oh,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or
or
it happened TGT.
TGT, or it could be what happened in my comment section on the Oatly video,
or HD. We got a lot to get into tonight. Yeah, and I hope you're all spazzing out in the comment section right now, going crazy, because I'm sure watching this back, you guys are all getting fired up right now. Is there any specific topic you'd like to get into first?
So honestly, I think we should not bury the lead, and we should just get right into whether or not somebody is petty.
Well, there's a multitude of people we could be talking about here when it comes to pettiness.
You made a video about this person.
Indeed. And I think we might have to put him in the title or thumbnail just to piss him off a little even more.
Hey, you know me, I love a good troll.
No, so I, like the good person I am, Target stock reported, which we're going to get into. You trust me, and I'm petty about that too, I'll admit. And all I've heard about for the last 2 years that this stock has been going down, it's underperforming. Costco is better. It's a falling knife. It's a bad company. Yeah. Retail is dying. And a lot of short-term minded comments coming my way on the Discord link in the description. So I figured I keep that same energy when Target went up 20% in a day, and there's a whole lot of good news surrounding the long-term prospects of the business. So this individual who is to be named, Joseph Carlson, on Twitter, he posted something, and I can't view it now because he blocked me, because I'm not going to say it, but he blocked me. We got into a big debate, and he basically posted that you'd think a company like Target, which is up 20% in a day, 100 good things you could say about the company. This dude, he pulls out the one bad thing about the company, and some people aren't even complaining about it, is that they're locking up merchandise. Now, yeah. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that in the first place before we move on to with the story. They're locking up short term.
Regarding the locking up of merchandise. Well, look.
Yes. And people say it's a prison.
Yeah. So, I also heard the argument that, Costco, checks your membership when you come in. They check your membership when you leave, your receipt and whatnot. Walmart, even though you don't need a membership to go into a Walmart unless you're going to the Sam's Club part of the business, they have those receipt checkers on the way out. people still shop there. Now, granted, like I've been to Target recently, and I didn't notice anything locked up that I wanted to buy at the Target I went to, and also never once has anybody ever stopped me to check my receipt. So out of all the major retailers, Target to me feels the least like a prison. And you know what? If let's say they had some expensive stuff like the jewelry or the sunglasses were
Video
kind of
games,
expensive,
the electronics.
yeah, but if they put the sunglasses behind a case or something, I'd understand because they're $20-$30 for even off-brand stuff.
Easily stealable items.
Right. Yeah, like I would understand that. I would not fault them for it, especially in the current environment. I'd say, hey, you got to do what you got to do so that the store can keep its doors open, right? And the people that work there can stay employed, and that the shareholders can keep getting their dividend checks. So yeah, I don't think that's a valid reason to criticize Target.
I didn't even think of the Costco thing when I responded either.
Yeah.
That was brought up to me in a comment.
Yeah. Honestly, I do think, hopefully that there will be a different long-term solution, and that's just theft will sort of eventually go down because of, maybe the police start to do their job a little bit or something.
Yeah, I know. It's
I know
we're working with government right now too. When you listen to the earnings reports like I have, the guru investor I am.
Hey, I get it. In some cities, the police actually have their hands tied because, whatever the DA or whoever is in office doesn't want them going after, shoplifters necessarily so hard. But I think those are probably the places where they're doing the locking up of the merchandise.
Indeed.
And I think, if you ask the people that live in, say, Portland, would you rather Target lock up expensive, easy to steal stuff, or just close and you have to drive 30 minutes to get to the nearest store?
Yeah.
I think they would maybe say, you know what? I like that first thing. Thank you. Oh, wait, they thanked them? I don't believe it.
No. Especially since it's not Costco. And obviously,
I'll just say this.
Underperformed.
He came off as a smug cock when he said that.
Well, that was definitely the point that I tried to make.
Yeah.
So, as I've mentioned, and I brought it up in the video, I don't feel like bringing up examples in here, but in the past, he's had an experience with, shoving it in other people's faces to be blunt when stocks go down. And I just think that's a very low thing to do. Like right now, I could be making all sorts of petty jokes about Walgreens to you, and I could be kicking you down. And I just don't think it's very funny to be making petty comments like that when people are losing money.
Yeah. I think it's one thing to like point out where somebody went wrong thinking that a bad investment was good, a la Tattooed Chef or even Oatly in my case, although the stock jumped in price and now everybody's like, see, it's great. It still looks a little bit rough from my perspective, but that's neither here nor there. It's just, I don't sit here wanting other people to like kind of like wringing my hands of, ooh, eat that.
Yeah.
Eat those losses.
I'm right, you're wrong.
So it's like, man, like, hey, for those of you that are in this stock, I really hope they turn around. I say that a lot of the time when I talk about a stock that's down a lot that I personally don't think is turning around. I will say, for the sake of the people that are in it, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Like I literally say that I hope I'm wrong. I don't know I don't really watch Joseph Carlson's videos, to be perfectly honest with you. In fact, I gave you a hard time for liking them when I was due to your Discord because I felt he was overrated. But and hey, maybe I'm converting you. I don't know.
It's crazy how fast you can change your opinion, and I hope Devin and Dude realizes that worshiping YouTubers.
He's an expert at changing his opinion really quickly. So. And hey, like there's somebody in the Discord that actually, to like change their position on Intel in the time that I've been there, right? So
sharing facts, not opinions.
People's minds can change on things over time, and that's okay to do. But yeah, you shouldn't be sitting there wringing your hands, hoping that somebody else's investment goes to zero. Like, even if you think it will, thinking it will. And hoping for it are two different things.
It's more of proving that his investing style's right, in that, if it's opposite of you, it's wrong. It's completely what it is.
Yeah, just so that he can be right Yeah, like it
He's
seems
right,
like
you're wrong.
like he, I don't know, like a smug, gloaty feel to it, and I don't know if that's his intention or not. Right? I'm not gonna pretend that I can read his mind and know his intention, but it comes off smug and gloaty.
yeah.
And if you want to point that out, I think that's fine. And honestly, I don't think you would have even you know done the exact thing that you did had he not kind of like silenced
Yeah, I
your.
want to talk about that.
Yeah.
So we go on, and I just think it's a normal debate, right?
Yeah.
And I'm fine. I'm fine with a normal debate. I think actually we need like different opinions. I mentioned
Right.
it before. So I go to bed, and the last thing that he said, basically, he said, when he says he starts all the sentence, I mean no ill will, but you should he said, I mean no ill will, but like you should become less emotionally attached to your stocks, and that's not the point of it. The point is calling you out that you're petty and that you're right and I'm wrong. Essentially, he didn't like that apparently. So
Yeah.
the last message was, and this is me like even telling him, and this keep in mind, I paid this guy $10 one month for his Patreon or whatever. I
Yeah.
regret it now.
Yeah.
I regret it.
No, yeah. You
I
used to
just
say.
don't believe that's how you treat people who
Yeah.
financially, especially support in the first place, but financially support.
Yeah.
And then I went to bed. The last thing he'd said basically is that he threatened to block me. I still told him I respected him or whatever, that we need different opinions.
Yeah.
So I made the video real quick. It only took me like 20-30 minutes. I made it in one take. I wake up. The tweet was put on hidden by him, essentially.
Right.
Which it's silencing. And that's something I'm major against. And I couldn't find in any possible good reason that I should have been silenced.
Yeah.
I didn't drop any cuss word remotely besides the P word, which is petty, which for him is worse than probably the N bomb. So,
you know, I there is like there's another angle to it that actually bothers me. Would you say that some arbitrary amount of time ago, maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, that would you say you looked up to Joseph Carlson?
in what sense? I
Like,
mean, I didn't
like
wake up every
as
morning and
an investor and a creator, in that sense.
yeah, I can say
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Now,
On dividend dude level, I don't know.
well, I think I have like an issue with how old is he? I mean, I know he looks 12, but he's like
30. If
he's
he
like
has
30.
kids, he's 30, 40.
I
Lucky
know
I didn't bring that up.
he looks like a 12-year-old girl, but
Imagine his wife, and I'm not going to say
no,
that. Not very happy. If you guys have ever watched the movie Step Brothers, Derek's wife would be a good analogy
no,
there.
yeah, he looks like a 12-year-old emo girl, but I'm just saying.
He watches this, I'm going to laugh my ass off.
But anyways, I mean, he could always come back with "I dress like a bum," and "Do you own any real shirts?"
Yeah, that's there. It's
Yeah.
for taking.
Guess what? Just what, Joey C. I'm not wearing any pants right now. So, I guess like my issue though, like to be serious for a second, is like, okay, let's say you're Joseph Carlson, you're a pretty big deal on YouTube Finance, and there is someone
Pretty big deal. He
that's
is
half
the deal.
your. I can't let his inflate. I can't deflate his ego too much. And you've got somebody else that's getting into investing at about half your age, and YouTube at about half your age, right? Because he's closer to my age than your age, right?
He's half of something else that I have too.
Yeah. But anyways, you see that, and instead of like engaging with it, encouraging it, and whatever, and and actually like having the discussion with you and whatever, he wants to kind of come into your comment section, block you, and do like his mic drop of like, look how mature I am, instead of
he wrote an essay in my paragraph in my comments.
right. And I don't agree with that, because I think like it should be pretty clear to him, based on the context of how things went down, the fact that you follow him and that you wanted to have this in-depth discussion on there, and then that you even went to the trouble of making a video about it because you cared about the situation and everything. He should have been able to realize, like, hey, like, I'm probably somebody to this person.
Or was.
Or was, yeah, maybe I should, try to treat them, fairly and with like a little bit of kindness or something like that.
He's cold-hearted.
Well,
he's emotionless in his investments.
well, I'll tell you this. I'm pretty emotionless in my investments. I think most people would recognize that, especially seeing how deeply red some of my things are, and I haven't like panic sold yet. But when it comes to people being allowed to say their piece, whatever it is, like YouTube will flag comments that seem like they're like attacks or that like cuss and stuff like that. I will go through and manually approve those, even if they are talking trash about me.
Yeah,
because I don't believe in silencing people's voices. Like if somebody wants to say, if somebody wants to criticize my attire or say that I'm or like even like just randomly accuse me of like being a paid stock basher, which they did. All right, you can do that. You don't know me.
I know.
You don't like, you can think, I mean, it's delusional that they think that, but they're allowed to think it and they can say it. Like if I don't let them say it, they'll just think it more, right? So yeah, I just let that stuff slide. And it doesn't bother me one iota. It would only bother me if they, for example, like pretended to be friendly with me and then later on came out of nowhere and decided to start questioning my integrity when they were giving me nothing but compliments not so long ago. That kind of thing, that would bother me. But no,
Discord link in description.
people like, either expressing like a genuine concern or disagreement or, just, wanting to point something out and maybe have a little back and forth. He could have just not engaged in the debate as well. He could have
he has 300,000 subscribers and I have 1.5.
But he felt the need to respond and like actually make it an actual debate. And then I don't know. I feel like he handled it wrong.
Another thing
where it comes down to,
I wasn't going to post that video if he didn't put it on hidden. I woke up that morning. I didn't even see it. I woke up that morning. I'm like, I might just make it a members only or whatever. He put it on hidden. I'm like, it's go time.
Yeah, I know you. I think you said something like privately before posting the video. I think you showed the screenshot of him hiding you, and then a little bit later, I saw the video go up. So yeah, I figured you were probably like trying to cool off a little bit, like because you were
sleep on it, like
right, yeah, and and then he's like, "You're just trying to monetize." Well, hey, he was.
Dude, I'm gonna make $1.40 off the video, and if you buy the shirt, maybe $8. I'm
Joseph.
I got 2 subscribers off the video.
He's not such a big deal that just mentioning his name all of a sudden makes you all kinds of money.
Yeah,
like he literally thinks
that's another thing that I've noticed he's very petty about is putting his. This is why I'm probably gonna put his name in the thumbnail and title too, just to piss him off even a little more. Yeah, we're about that life. It's crazy though. I did. Yeah. You could put a gun to my head and you'd say, "Are you going to be beefing with Joseph Carlson and having Target be up in 20% one day?" And I'd be dead probably.
Yeah, I know. It's sad.
It's good. It's a good learning experience too, though.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it goes to show you that if you interact with your heroes, you're likely to be disappointed.
That's a deep moment.
It is.
I feel I'm having a little bit of a Rocky Balboa moment right now.
Yeah.
Apollo Creed, Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
So
you're a bum.
Yeah, bum.
I'm the only one that's allowed to be a bum here. Come on.
Shh. No, but the thing Guff said too, they kind of resonated with me before because I was thinking like, do I want to make a video? Essentially, I wasn't even trashing on the guy. I was explaining my point of view further and calling him petty.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
I understand Guff. I understand his perspective that it could have hurt my brand, but it did better because it didn't just let somebody who's very petty and has a big ego and a fragile one at that, just steamroll somebody with 1.5K mentally, whatever you call them.
Honestly, I know Rezi doesn't like Echoes, but I actually liked Echo's take on it. I thought his comment was pretty. I thought it was pretty accurate for the situation.
Well, I actually reached out to Echoes. We're buddies on Instagram, and I asked him, do you think he'd copyright the video the day before? Because let's be honest, we know he doesn't like when you use his name for clicks and money.
Right.
I'm like, what? He's like, no, and so that's life. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, for sure. And hey, you're not the only one that got flack from somebody. This week.
Oh yeah, you want to get into that?
I mean, yeah.
First half hour of the Cash Flow Kings is drama. I'm here for it.
Yeah. So, I just released a video that people have been asking me for.
Link in the description.
Yeah. Somebody on Discord asked to see my whole portfolio. It's come up a couple times. I have just screenshotted all my holdings in there like months and months and months ago. And I thought, hey, instead of just showing it in the Discord, why don't I just make a video, line by line, go through each position, leave the, the cost basis and the gain or loss lifetime like visible so people can see like where I'm suffering and where I've done okay. But apparently that's not transparent enough. And, just
it's not Joseph Carlson transparent.
Just talk about each stock for a couple minutes. And, some of them I even acknowledge like, hey, if I could go back in time, I might not really get into this one because, I don't think my, reasoning was all that solid and stuff. Yeah. And, I thought I was very, I guess, heartfelt and honest, like I was introspective, right? I wasn't like trying to find reasons why, something that maybe wasn't as good was good. I was like trying to be, first of all, most honest with myself because it's like, hey, if I just think I'm always right, I'll never improve. Right.
Unless you outperform the market consistently, like somebody,
yeah. But anyways, so I put out this video. It's like a almost 30-minute video. And, I had to
the mid-roll baby.
Right. I had to go through and, make sure that there was nothing wrong with like the sound or anything. And, add, I've been playing around with the background music to make it like less in your face.
Yeah, I noticed that because I watched it before.
Yeah. I mean, still there because like I think someone's voice with like any dead sound,
it's engagement. It keeps you in it.
Yeah. But like obviously, you had mentioned like, hey, the same like volume throughout the whole video, like if it's substantially like as high as your voice can kind of drown out stuff.
Yeah.
Or be a little distracting. So I'm like, okay, so keep it, but like dial it back.
Yeah.
Because someone else had mentioned a similar thing. So I figure, hey, if two people are telling me, there's probably something to it. So I'm still adjusting on that. But anyway, for a 30-minute video, yeah, there's a lot of like little tweaks I'm trying to make sure it like kind of flows decently, right?
Yeah.
So it was not a low effort video by any means. And plus, actually, when I got to talking about the portfolio, that was all one take. I just split it a couple times.
Yeah.
So, I had to get into like a flow state, which it's so easy to stumble over yourself when you talk for almost 30 minutes. So,
and you're doing it in one audio cut too.
Yeah, it was the only time like there was a split that I inserted in there to say press the like button or whatever. But other than that, yeah, it was all continuous.
I've seen that a lot. A lot of 3-minute videos on that.
Yeah. So I I do this and hey, it goes up and what does a certain person say? He says, oh, I skimmed through just a lot of red and never shows the performance. And I'm like, what? Like it was visible the whole time.
Even I was a little thrown off. Like,
yeah. And then he gets like a little bit more. Well, first of all, like I was like kind of like willing to let that slide, but then he started agreeing about, well, actually JC is kind of petty when in your comments on your video, he was bodyguarding for him, like, like no one shall pass and insult the great JC.
Right hand man, right hand man.
Well,
JC.
Joseph Sama, please notice me, senpai. So anyways, so I'm just like, hey, like I threw an emoji of somebody with like a flip flop shoe because he's flip flopping a little bit on that. On the one hand, he's like, on one hand, I'm JC's bodyguard, and he's right. You are just kind of clout chasing, and then on the other, it's like,
he's right. You're wrong.
He is kind of petty. It's like, well, if you agree that he's petty, why are you defending him in the video that calls him out for being petty? Which, like, and your video was pretty gentle. Like, I
wish I would have gone harder now looking back at it.
I'm really, like, honestly, if somebody gets me to the point where I want to go negative, I am brutal. And
yeah,
I mean, honestly, I've actually held back so far, believe it or not. I can make people cry, but I don't want to. I will accept an apology, by the way. Just so that we're clear. I'm waiting for that apology. But the same person though was complimenting my videos and stuff, like, oh, great video, another banger, bro. Like, great to see it. And by the way, like, I subscribe and occasionally comment and support this person's videos too, right?
Me too.
And thought we were on good terms, and then all of a sudden says the fact that I didn't show my performance versus the S&P specifically, and that I don't do this monthly, makes me lose integrity because I'm trying to represent myself as something I'm not, and I have lost respect.
Yeah.
What the F, bro? So first of all, I've always remained consistent in my message that short-term stock price movements do not matter.
Which has been kind of a fluctuating statement on the Discord from some of our members.
So
link in description.
I've always said that if I believed that short-term performance mattered, I would go take Mo's trading thing on everything money or whatever, right? And follow the moving average in the stochastic. But that none of that makes any sense to me. So I stick with buying and holding. Well, selling options, getting assigned and holding, but it's the same thing. And so, like, okay, now keep in mind, I just got migrated to Schwab. Okay. I don't even really know what any of the buttons do because I haven't really played around with Schwab much since getting in there. But one thing I do know, and I double checked this just to make sure I wasn't wrong about it, because I did like try to see some of the different charts to see if like it worked right when I first got the account. And it looked to me like it wasn't going back any further than the date of the migration.
Yes, that's the same for me.
Yeah. And so I was like, huh, that's weird. But since he was calling me out for it so hard, I decided to go back in and like check in and see like, oh, is this something I could have been doing? Or, maybe I should have tried to do. And yeah, no, it's still like, I showed screenshots in the thing. I press year to date and it goes back to November 6th or something. And it's like, so I guess I could show my 9-day performance if that means I have integrity now.
The latest I have is back to June, the day it integrated.
But, like, I got attacked. Like, literally my intentions and my integrity and my character, like as an investing
guru.
Like commentator or whatever. No, not a guru. And that's the thing. If he actually watched the video instead of skimming it, he would have heard me say on the positions where I was up, like Palantir, where I'm up over 3x on my cost or whatever. This doesn't make me a stock picking genius that you should, follow my picks. This is just one where the price I thought made sense for it. It happened to work out to where news drove up the stock price rapidly after I bought it. It wasn't something I knew was going to happen.
That's the Joseph Carlson effect right there.
Right. And there's other ones where I'm down like 50%. And I didn't hide those either and say, anything that other than what the reality was. It was right there on the screen. So it's like, I don't see how I was being anything except honest and transparent. and I felt like I was being slandered, basically. So, of
This is
course,
this is
I
all
said
just a
exactly.
giant promo for the Discord link in the description. I hope you guys all realize that.
I said exactly what was on my mind, and none of it was nice. And I honestly, I hope it stung a little bit, and will make him reconsider going at people based on assumptions without any evidence, because
100%.
like that is just, especially someone that you're pretending to be friends with, because I can only imagine that the friendship is imaginary at this point if he's willing to call my integrity into question in front of, like, what, we have 100 people or so in the Discord at this point.
128 members. You
All
could
right,
be the next one if you
if you're,
gain
I
more.
mean, would you not privately go to your friend and be like, hey, like, what's going on with this? Like, it makes you look a little bit sus in private. Like, if you thought they were making themselves look bad, or
Mm-hmm.
like, what's the point in doing that with public, with someone that you're supposed to be friends with, right? Um, you know, I don't know. Like, seems a little snaky to me, but that's my take on it.
Man, imagine if I turned on you. But I think of the most heartbreaking way. I'd buy Walgreens right before earnings and then sell it after and never talk to you again. Selling it again.
Yeah. So, like, I think that
Everybody needs to grow up. That's what it is.
people, yeah, like, seriously, if you're going to criticize someone, make sure that the criticism actually has merit and that there's some evidence behind it. Like, I think you are within your rights to be critical of JC for basically silencing your voice instead of just having the conversation, or he could have just not had the conversation at all. But
300K,
yeah,
1.6K.
yeah, he didn't, like, but I think that's like some kind of ego thing that made him, like, go out of control. And hey, I understand what it's like to have an ego. I mean,
I'm petty too. I admit it.
Hey.
Target stock 20%.
But yeah, so that's kind of all the drama.
It's good fun on the channel when there's drama.
It is.
I've been told I'm a drama king. I can't confirm or deny. But if drama brings views, drama brings attention, and drama allows you to talk about your values and priorities, I think it's a good thing.
That's a mature way of looking at it. I would never assume to be like, I can tell you're young. Joseph. Like, Joseph looks younger than you. That's the funny thing.
We had some good comments though. I mean, I'm really surprised about how many people commented and, like, support. Yeah, I have a post coming out about it soon.
No, it's clear now. Granted, like I said, I don't watch any JC videos, but it's clear that, like, you struck a chord because a lot of people seem to agree with you. So, and it says something when a guy with, like, 300 something thousand subscribers feels the need to come in and put his 2 cents and try to drop the mic on someone with a
It wasn't like some one sentence comment. You tell he put effort into it.
He threw a dissertation in there.
If he thinks that was bad, wait till he sees the thumbnail for this one.
Yeah. Oh, and I've got something special for him later. Because unlike some people, I back up my friends.
I thought your comment was pretty funny though.
Yeah. And granted,
I'll pull it up because it's pretty for context. Because I feel bad for the people who don't know what we're talking about right now, but it's right there essentially. Did somebody stuck friendly undies in a twist? Have a Bud Light; it will make you feel better.
I don't know. Like, I get the sense.
I'm just saying comments on here too.
I'm just saying he needs to. If he gets confused, he should just look down. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these are just some of my favorite comments. Like, it's people who watch him and, like, even support him or whatever and still admit it. So I mean, I'm happy I posted it now because it kind of exposed his.
Yeah, if he hadn't come after my boy, he never would have had to get a taste of this. We'll just say this: when I'm done with him, he'll need to qual trim my butt hairs with his mouth.
In all seriousness, though, while we're on the topic of tuck-friendly underwear, I think it's time to move on from our little drama. Even though that was a fun segment and it took us up for like 75% of the show, but it doesn't matter because Target reported earnings this week, and I'm not to brag. I, could be a finance guru, and if you're on the Discord for the 80th promo today, you would know that the day before Target earnings, I said I had a gut feeling it would go up 10 to 20%. Surprise, surprise, it went up 18%.
He's a master stock picker. You got to join the private mastermind to get these before they happen.
Everything, I saw everything good happen with them. Their earnings per share grew like crazy. The revenue beat. The only thing I wasn't happy that they didn't do was they didn't buy back any shares.
Ooh, they had a good chance to.
They did, but
yeah.
I think it would be because of the capital expenditures. They have $5 billion right now in that, and also, did they overspend on the inventory kind of thing? You think?
Could be. I mean, they've got Black Friday coming up. I don't know. I think the next earnings is going to be interesting actually on Target, more so than this one even.
But of course, you guys are. I had to throw it in everybody's face. I was getting so much slander for, and because it's this comes back to the same thing. Everybody's talking about short-term performance and kicking investor, not even stocks that I own too.
Yeah. So I don't think personally that like if we're talking about apples to apples, like multiples and stuff, like I don't see why Target should be like substantially less than Walmart, right? Yeah. For example, it just doesn't drive for me at all. And again, it's sort of like what you said, right? You said this is a good company, a solid company trading at a crappy company's valuation, right? Or declining or a stagnant, like, and I think Target in the long run is they probably still got some room to actually grow,
Yeah.
They're not
as I went over in the video.
They're not as big as, a lot of their competitors. And there are a lot of people that would much rather shop at Target than Walmart. I know I count myself among those.
Let us know right now in the comments section of the live chat if you guys feel uncomfortable ever if you go to Walmart. And I'm sorry for our British and other viewers that don't have access to an American Walmart, because it's a different experience.
Excuse me, I encourage any viewers we have in the UK to go shop at Boots.
Yeah. Oh, that's full. That's the full.
Help me out.
Were there any other stocks this week that you saw crazily go up, or anything that
Intel?
Intel, they're up 38% year to date. I saw.
Yeah, but it's been all right. So the year has been like it's had some crazy ups and downs, but like look,
you got to shove it in people's faces now if it's 38% year to date.
So look at the 1 month on Intel.
I'll pull it up for you guys too. 1 month up 22%.
Yeah. So if I focused on so literally like this goes back to my old point. If I focused on short-term performance, I'd be like
he'd shove it in your face.
Well, one, I'd be making myself look like something I'm not, because I don't think that the fact it's up 22% in the last month is what matters.
Yeah.
But if I keep showing that, by showing it over and over again, I would be suggesting that that's what matters. Because what I'm doing, well, now this doesn't matter, but I'm going to show it to you anyway.
Yep.
What the fuck?
I know.
Yeah. So that's the reason I don't show short-term performance. Yeah. In some cases, the stock is down a lot in the short term, but in some cases like this, it's up a lot in the short term. If I did this on like stocks like Intel and Palantir, I'm a genius, but that's just not the case. But yeah, no, they're way up. And frankly, I think they're probably still a little bit undervalued, but they're moving back towards what I think they should be worth. I think we'll really see it happen once their major capital investments start to slow down a little bit and actually pay off on the bottom line.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy about Intel, like starting to actually, starting to show signs that it's playing out the way I wanted it to and the way I thought it would. But granted, I've had this. This was one of the first stocks I entered in my value portfolio at the beginning of 2022. So this wasn't like I'm gonna 3x my money overnight. This was like start it dollar cost average as long as I thought it was below its actual fair value, and including when it was down like almost 50%, right? And hold on to it and trust that time and what the business is doing will work in my favor.
The value portfolio right now is outperforming my value versus the growth.
Yeah.
I've been telling it too.
So on it, yeah, I know. I'm glad you put
with Intel.
and PayPal in there too.
I sold Intel probably last spring whenever they cut the dividend.
At the bottom. Yep.
It wasn't at the complete bottom. It was near there. It was near there.
Yeah.
I stand by it.
Yeah.
I stand by the sell. Just because of circle of competence.
Okay.
I bought mainly off of FOMO and
the
capital expenditures I didn't like after a second look at it. I admit me wrong.
Yeah, FOMO is what it is, right? Like I sold puts on
I would have still been down too, by the way.
I sold puts on Meta and Google when they were both like really close to the bottom that they were at last year. Didn't happen to get assigned on either one. And yeah, that kind of sucks seeing how much they're up now, but there's other opportunities. Hey, FOMO doesn't get you anywhere. So I don't fault you there.
All right, so we're reaching the 41-minute mark.
Ooh.
But as you guys know, it's Thanksgiving week. I thought it would be a fun idea to be ranking our favorite Thanksgiving foods and show a little personality on the channel, unlike some other channels. Not to name names. But we're going to be ranking some Thanksgiving staples, let's say. So let's start off with the obvious one, turkey. That's elite. That's got to be elite.
So if I'm making it, yes. Okay. Which actually I am. I'm cooking the turkey this Thanksgiving.
All right, good. Yeah, I think if it's a good cook, then absolutely. Pumpkin pie.
Honestly, for pumpkin pie, like I like it. It's okay, but it's like it's all right. It's just right for me.
I think it's overrated.
I think okay. It's okay.
Okay, I agree.
Like,
I agree.
I'll eat it if it's there, but it's like it's not like I go into every Thanksgiving like, man, I cannot wait for pumpkin pie. That is the thing. That's not on my mind. Yeah.
Apple pie.
Same thing for me, man. I'm not the biggest dessert guy, to be honest with you.
I'd much rather prefer a cake or something.
Yeah.
I know it's untraditional, but I'd much rather prefer cake or cookie.
I would take pie over cake. It's just desserts don't always excite me all that much.
That's a dedicated gym bro right there. Biscuits.
I
don't eat them.
Yeah, I mean maybe. Yeah, like they're
Brussels sprouts.
I think they're okay. Like depending on how they're made.
Option. It's a healthy option.
Well, you make them unhealthy by throwing some bacon in there.
Oh,
yeah, it's pretty good.
So a little personality.
For me, it's pretty middle though. Like I think it's okay, but it's like again, it's not like my absolute favorite thing, but I'll have a few.
My vote is maybe. I don't even.
Yeah, then yeah, put it in the maybe then if you're not sold.
Squash.
I don't eat it.
Double and pass to the next. Jellied cranberry.
I
don't eat it.
You don't eat it at all?
I'm a simple man on Thanksgiving.
So is there a different cranberry thing a few down?
Cranberry sauce.
So what's the difference?
Yeah, we'll put them in the same one.
Yeah, I don't know. So it depends on who made it for me.
We voting okay then?
Yeah, I guess it's okay. Yeah, depends who made it. If it was somebody that I trust to do a good job, then
green bean casserole.
Oh, that's great. I love green bean casserole.
Great.
Yeah.
Cornbread. Okay, I'm voting okay.
It's pretty mid to me. Yeah. Take it or leave it.
Corn.
Corn itself. I don't know. I don't get that
butter
excited.
on corn. It's a great vegetable I have on the side.
If it's on the cob, I'm excited. But if it's not on the cob,
Ooh,
I'm not excited.
I'm the opposite. I hate having to work for my food, especially on Thanksgiving when you already got the turkey drum. Your hands are already getting greasy. I'm
You
holding
don't. So
off.
you don't like it on the cob? That's crazy, bro.
No, I like it off. I like it easier to eat.
Does it specify though? But we both like it.
Yeah, overall
Uh,
corn. I'd say
yeah,
great.
I think great. Yeah.
Creamed corn.
No, no,
Hard.
thank you.
Oh,
No.
dinner rolls. These Hawaiian rolls. I vote great. That could even be elite.
Yeah, that's a great. I love Hawaiian rolls.
Gravy.
That's up there with the turkey. Goes with it.
Absolutely. Ham.
Um,
I'd say great. Great
yeah, it's
total.
great, but not S tier.
Absolutely. I agree. Mac and cheese.
Not usually a Thanksgiving thing for me. I like
No,
mac and cheese.
same.
Actually,
I haven't made in forever.
I just meal prepped a bunch of what I call bodybuilder Lamburger mac.
Nice.
Yeah, so definitely a fan of this food, but I don't think of it as a Thanksgiving food. So what do we do with it?
I think we put it like rate it regularly. Give it a fair rating. Don't have it impact it.
Okay.
I'd say great.
Um I would say it's a great food then.
Mashed potatoes. I'm voting elite.
Top, yeah.
Red
No
wine.
question.
I can't legally say. I
Like
I just smelled it. And it
hypothetically,
smells like
all right. So
food.
hypothetically, do you like grape juice?
No,
Do you like dry, less sweet grape juice? That
I'm not a fan.
no.
I'll take some
Then
Sprite water and call it a day, and maybe a coffee.
we'll go hard pass on that.
A hard pass.
Yeah.
Roasted vegetables. I like my vegetables raw. If I'm being honest.
What is this Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
Like or like, gosh, or is this like a
your
healthy
Sunday dinner.
choice meal? Oh my gosh,
I know.
roasted vegetables? You got to be shitting me.
We're going hard
Yeah,
pass.
yeah, don't need any of that.
I don't- Escalon potatoes. Yeah, I don't know about that. Sparkling juice.
Why is that on a Thanksgiving tier list? I don't understand.
I've seen sparkle. I don't think I have actually. I saw the packaging. Stuffing.
That's also top for me.
Elite.
Yeah. So for me, the elites are, and
Those
these
are
are the
staples.
stars of the show.
Not
for
going
me.
anywhere. Oh, some
Yeah.
inappropriate ads. I gotta. You're kidding. Oh no, not open another window. That's gonna be in my recommended for a
I,
while.
you're
All
gonna
right.
get flagged
Sweet
for that.
potato casserole. Oh,
Sweet potato casserole. To me, that's just okay. Like, you know, I'm not really that. I'm not like overly
stop
excited.
sharing. Stop
I won't
sharing.
even eat it every time. You know what I mean?
All right, everybody. That's the end of the Cash Flow Kings live. Fiscal. Once again, where can the people find you?
The description, bro. Look down if you're confused.
Look down if you're confused. Check out the Do Dividend Stocks Not Drugs merch. I want to thank you all. We are very thankful for you as viewers. Whether
Yes.
we criticize you in the lives or not, we're thankful for most of you.
I'm I'm thankful for all of our viewers, regardless of if we're beefing or not. I'm thankful for the Discord. I'm thankful for my 5 channel members, including you. I'm thankful
Oh.
for the Do Dividend Stocks Not Drugs tank top. It was excellent. Again, adds at least 3 inches to your bicep.
How
Yeah,
could
yeah.
I might do a photo shooting this on the beach. I'm thinking of it. That'd be good promo.
That would be good marketing. Also, just thankful to be able to go on this YouTube journey and enjoy it for what it is.
All
And
the good times and the bad.
yep, thankful to wake up every morning and still be breathing. All
Wake
that
up
stuff.
to notifications from Jonathan Jubitus.
Yeah,
Nothing
definitely nothing like that. So yeah, it's really been awesome. Hope that after, I'm gonna. How about next week? Are we back to our usual schedule or?
Yeah, well, I'll be back I'll be back Friday, assuming that
All
we
right.
don't get snowed out or whatever.
So guys, we'll be back to our usual schedule in another week or so. Thank you for those. I'm thankful for everybody that tuned in to the premiere thing.
Hopefully we engage. Hopefully I'm not in the casino being a degenerate right now.
I plan to be on tomorrow to chat with people live, so
I should be. All right, everybody. Once again, I'm very thankful for everybody. My one channel member, the people who have generously purchased the Due Dividend Stocks Not Drugs.
You're
merch.
welcome.
Yep. The people who have I've used their face for clicks, comments, and $1.32. Thankful for all of you. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Eat lots of food. Make a racist comment or have at the dinner table. You always got that one racist uncle. Could it be you this year? Who knows?
No comment.
Thank you, everybody. And of course, Due Dividend Stocks Not Drugs. And remember, cash flow
is king.
Oh.